Okay, that concludes this week's presentation. We talked about the personality profiles. I want to dig a little bit deeper into that because it's important. And why is it important is because knowing your client's personality, and equally important, knowing your own personality helps you in communicating your message to your client much better. Let's talk about you first. How does that help you? If you know your own personality, what can be helped by that? If you know what kind of personality you are, you tend to be aware of it, and things that may take you off track, you won't let that happen. Let's say you're presenting to a type A CEO, and a very harsh criticism is made about your presentation. If you're not aware of your personality, being a type D, the affectionate one, that may really affect you. I mean, I've seen people just burst into tears or leave the room. You know, they just can't take it. If you know that, then you know that it's because of your personality, and what he says or what she says in the position of authority is not really personal, just the opinion, and it's after all it's business. So you understanding that helps you in really navigating that rough water. Or if you're a type D, you tend to, type C, you tend to be analytical. Okay, if you are presenting to the board of directors, they may not want to know all the details of every single penny, and if you get into that, you're gonna lose them, and this is something you got to be aware of. Okay, if you're type C, that may work against you. You may think that it's wonderful. You're going to give them every single nuance of what's going to happen, but that may not be a benefit to them. That may actually be a turnoff. So understanding that you're aware of it, and you work to rectify that. At the same time, knowing your client's personality, how does that help you? If you're making a presentation to a type D, type C personality, the analytical guy, you better make sure that you are prepared to be grilled. Because he's going to want to know every little detail. They want to know every penny, where did it go, how's it going to be spent, what do I get in return? And you make the same presentation to a type B, the outgoing guy, and you're going to lose them after the first sentence. They don't want to hear any of that. They don't want to know any of it. They want the bottom line, give it to me in a nutshell, because I have more important things to do, like playing a round of golf with my buddies. That's how they are, okay? It's just, they're not bad people, they're just built that way, okay? Or if you're presenting to a type D, let's say to the administrative nursing in a hospital, okay? You really have to tailor your presentation to that personality, because they want to make sure that the nurses aren't bothered, the patients are comfortable. If this change is not going to affect the people who are going to be involved in this project, or people who are going to be affected by this project. They want to know that. They want to make sure that. They could care less what it's going to cost, but they want to make sure that the employees aren't bothered and the patients aren't bothered. And so that's very important to them. Okay? So knowing this really helps you in developing the presentation. The other thing is that if you're going to go present to a CEO, it is safe to assume that he's a type A. Okay, any C-level is safe to assume is type A. Knowing that helps you, make a better presentation. If you're going to present to a group of salespeople or to a sales manager, it's a good assumption to think that he's probably a type B. Or if you're going to present to the accountant or the engineering, it's a good chance that he's going to be a type C. So knowing that really helps you in tailoring your presentation towards that personality. And reason for that is you communicate your message a lot better and you satisfy their need. Last point on this subject I want to make to you to be careful is that not all of this is 100%. Okay, nobody's 100% A, nobody's 100% B, and so on. We all have a little bit of everything. When a tragedy strikes, Everybody is saddened by it. When we read a sad story, we're all affected. You can have a type B, the outgoing guy, read a sad novel and cry, and it's just as affectionate as anybody else. You can have your type C, the analytical guy, who volunteers on weekends and feeds the hungry children and spends time with the needy. So there's a little bit of these personalities in all of us. What we're talking about is what are the dominant characteristics of our personality, and that's how you need to take it, and for your client and for you as well. Okay. Now with that, I'm going to post some reading material, and I'm going to post a few tests on there. You get to choose. This is not mandatory. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I really encourage you to do that for a couple of reasons. Knowing your personality is nice, It can also be fun. You can get together with your friends and take the test together and have some fun with it. And for those of you who would like to share the information, I'd like you to share that on our forum. If you don't want to disclose your type, that's okay. But just to talk about it, I would really encourage you to do that. I look forward to seeing your comments on the forum. With that, have a great week, and I look forward to being with you next week. Bye-bye.